Milan emerging for this crucial group game here. The tournament still in its relative infancy, but it is already developing into quite a spectacle, and that, of course, is what you expect from this, the greatest of all the tournaments. It has been terrific stuff so far, so let us hope that the trend continues here and now. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Milan have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
And we're underway. And the weighted pass. Has a hit! Ings. Zanetti. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Roberto Baggio.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
And the finish! Oh, great save, real class.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Boban. Plays it long. Oh, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Roberto Baggio. Whose ball? Who's going to get that? Forward it goes. Tries to switch the play. Hoists it forward. Roberto Baggio. Ball through, needs to be good here. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Zamorano. Zanetti. Out to the right. Plays it out to the flank. And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. Here we go again. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. Time for a change in personnel. Gets it back. Albertini. Battles to win it back. has a pop! And in it goes! First blood drawn! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great...
Has a pop! They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Looks to clip it forward, and it's got through. Tried to play it through.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
He's had a go! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Yeah, the shot was enabled, Peter, due to such smart control and technique.
There's going to be another change here. It over to the other flank. Zanetti. Well, the pressure is relentless. It's a very, very high press.
Yeah, because it's all about winning the ball back at the earliest opportunity, a trigger by one player for the others to follow, and designed to force opposition mistakes.
Zamorano. Ings tries to get it forward quickly. And now they can launch a counter. Savicevic. He spotted the run. Hits one! Same again, same outcome.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Going for goal! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
A chance that's created through very good grafting. Did well to get in the face of his opponent.
And it's played forward. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan have won it. As much industry as inspiration. Whatever the formula, it has worked for them. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
Vicenza have just one thing on their minds, and that is to ensure that that coveted place in the knockout stages is theirs after 90 minutes. They have the luxury of knowing it is in their own hands. 3 points would be plenty to see them through. However, anything less than that, and it could become precarious. The look on the faces of the players, nothing but utterly focused. They know what they have to do. A big performance now will count. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue. Quite a sight to behold. Vicenza are utterly focused and determined. They know how much this means.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
So off we go then, with a delicate ball. Goalkeeper's ball. Deftly done. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And he heaves it forward. Gets it back. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. And he's going long. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Looking to break out here. Goes for goal! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Reggio Emilia have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
Defenders on the back foot. And now the breakaway. Looks to clip it forward. And he's cut it out. He's had a shot! And he's there to clear it. Valencia. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And the whistle goes for half-time. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So, your views on the first half?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Vicenza can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. And the counter is on.
Shoots! His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Brings it forward. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. And the shot! That is absolutely glorious! A finish right from the top draw. Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. Just so calm under pressure.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
Vicenza take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
Tries to get it forward quickly. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining.
Tries a shot! It's in! And this is getting better and better.
Vicenza are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
The changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Vicenza get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Almost nothing left on the clock here. Vicenza closing in on qualification for the knockout stage. Still going. Where to next? There are a few waiting for it. There's going to be another change here.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Pumps it into the area. Four extra minutes added on. A real chance to break. And that's it. Vicenza have booked their berth in the knockout stage. What a prospect for them. A job really well done so far. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, that is one big weight off the shoulders now. Progress that was well warranted if you consider the performances to this point. And I think with the pressure off, they can already start their preparations for the next step, which puts them in great position.
Rome emerging for this crucial group game here, the tournament still in its relative infancy, but it is already developing into quite a spectacle, and that, of course, is what you expect from this, the greatest of all the tournaments. It has been terrific stuff so far, so let us hope that the trend continues here and now. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. Rome have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
And we're underway. Floats one over. Dangerous looking ball, and it's come to nothing. Nesta. And he's away. Can he? Big chance! It's there! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
Lazio trail at this early stage. How will they respond? There has been just the early goal here, and it's 1-0. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Lazio are playing with a pleasing width here.
Especially that front line.
Is it working for you?
It's not movement for the sake of it, and yes, it is working for me. There's a purpose to create space.
Going for goal! It's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked a scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, for me,
He's had a shot! It's gone a long way up and away. Oh, good shape! No mistake! Oh, that is a late call, but it's the right one.
Yeah, the assistant did have his flag up. The referee seemed to spot it late, though. Nevertheless, the right decision.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Gets it upfield. Totti. Looks to dink one in. Away from immediate danger. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Back into the middle. And help's available out wide. Could move up a gear here. Hoists it forward. Totti. It's found its way to him. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. Lazio get the second half started.
Rome can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Totti. And that has been clubbed away. That'll be a throw-in. Real chance! He scores! Into the lead once more. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Lazio are leaving men forward, threatening to break.
Well, if they're not putting the work in by getting back, they have to deliver with this tactic.
He came in hard, very hard. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. Nicely measured. He's gone for it! No mistake! And this is getting better and better.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Rome on 2 up and into a position of real strength.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
He's got options out wide. Well positioned to make that interception. Cuts it out. Into the last 5 minutes. Oh, what a ball! Chance! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Time for a change in personnel.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts because he has put in a real honest shift.
Ball's gone out of play. A couple of changes then in quick succession. Looking for a decent ball in. Gets good distance on it. It's broken loose. And oh! And yes, it's there! Deep into injury time! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
And that's it. Rome win it by the odd goal. Almost nothing in it. Perhaps a draw would have felt fairer. But that's the game, and they have won it at the margin. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Rome have some very strong runners from midfield, and it's not often you'll see a team be so effective by advancing through the middle like that, but this was very impressive, the way they cut through the heart of that defence.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
And we're underway. Hit long and direct. Forward it goes. Hoists it forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. Filippo Inzaghi. It's a fabulous... and the shot! And another time! Good save. Keeper read that well.
Well, chances like that need a delicate touch, and they're quite a tough skill.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Battles to win it back. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Turns and goes back. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. It's a great ball. And here's the chance to counter. Finds it. It's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
It's a brilliant interception. Tries lifting it over. And the counter is on. Has he picked him out? And it's the goalkeepers to claim. And it's played forward. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. There's the end of the first half. Both sides have drawn blanks and have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Here we go again.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Could move up a gear here. Chance!
All about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset, a bold approach. The skipper set the example. It's up to his teammates now to follow.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked a scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
Bergamo take the lead.
Surprise, surprise. He just keeps on delivering, and listen, we all expect that. That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Gets it back. What a ball this has turned out to be. Good challenge, excellent challenge. And he heaves it forward. Cagliari have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. It's going to be a double change then. Floats one over. Question, he ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. It's got through, he's gone for it! So who's he picking out? Cagliari have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. They've played it short. Hits one! Should have equalised.
I think he rushed that. He had a bit more time than he realised. He could so easily have equalised there.
1-0 as we head towards the end. Cuts it out. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
He's had a goal! It's gone a long way up and away. Sports official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. It is just a question of running down the clock now. And that will be the final act. Bergamo, hold on. It's a narrow sweep, bit of luck, some judgment. 1-0 the score at the final whistle.
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
Welcome everybody to our continued live coverage of these group stages. We have for you a game of great intrigue and indeed great consequence. The group's taking shape nicely now, and we're already seeing who is likely to make the knockout rounds. Are we to see another team become yet another statistic here, or somehow fight themselves out of a nasty predicament, avoid defeat and keep their hopes alive? It is time to focus, get on with the job, and see what transpires both here and indeed elsewhere. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
So it's away we go then. Finds himself eased off the ball. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Del Piero. Crowd calling for him to shoot. Hoists it forward. chance! We've got a goal! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Florence have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
And back to base. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. He's had a goal! And that would have been some goal.
Well, the run was really impressive. The finish was depressive, and expectations were not met.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Rui Costa. He's made sure that that won't get through. Del Piero tries to dink it in. He's gone for it! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
And it's played forward. Good challenge, he just stood firm. He's got through. And he's there to clear it. Forward it goes. Del Piero. And the half-time whistle goes. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
I think they've got to go out at the start of this second half now and set a tone that smacks of intent and determination. Should they manage it, I think they can find a way back.
That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. He's going after it. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Into the channel. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. Has a hit!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, for me, both sides are strong and well matched, and I think you need to be a good player to be out there right now.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Back into the middle. Timely intervention. They've played it short. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Hoists it forward. Well read, he sorted that out. Tried to play it through.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. You can get that clear. Battles to win it back. Gets it upfield. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Rui Costa. And he's going long.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Rui Costa plays it out to the wing. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Gets good distance on it. And that's it. A very good game of football. No winner, but both sets of fans have got their money's worth. Fine entertainment, and it ends all square. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Perugia are on the cusp of making the knockout stage. Ever since the groups were announced, this is where they wanted to be, and indeed felt they ought to be. There is a sense of genuine theatre here. The loyal supporters hope it is all going to be wrapped up in the next couple of hours. 3 points will guarantee that they get their wish. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue. Quite a sight to behold. Well, it really is a terrific sight here, and it goes to underline just how far this game could go towards shaping the fortunes of the team.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
So we're up and running. He's looked long this time. Oh, he's broken through, goes for goal! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's a real opportunity missed there. He's done all the hard work getting to the ball, and all he needed to do was get some control on it.
put a stop to that. Cross needed to be better than that, and he knows it. And the counter is on.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
It's a loose ball. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Battles to win it back. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Gets it back. Oh, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. And it's got through. Goalkeeper's ball. Hits one! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
Not long till half-time, and it is still goalless. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Gets it upfield. Out towards the flank. He's made sure that that won't get through.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
All the way back, and they start again. And the half-time whistle goes. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Into the last 45 minutes in this game of substantial significance.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finishing has left us hoping that someone can step up and produce something a little more magical.
Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Gets away from his opponent. We can get that clear. Goes for goal! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Gets up to head it! That's good distance on it. Can't get the better of his opposite number. And they can counter here. Hoists it forward. good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Shot at goal! And he's there to make a great save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
It's got through to him. And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
The changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Perugia merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Good clearance and very necessary.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
It's gone a long way up and away.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal.
Face to face with the keeper. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way. Played in with accuracy. Well positioned to make that interception. Big chance, must be! Has a goal! Oh, it's in! And surely that has won the day! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, he just calmly faced the keeper and waited. It became a who blinks first situation. And for me, there was never any doubt as to who...
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, this is what the team set out to do, no doubt. And it's the first significant mission out of the way. I think having seen the performances so far, and with the momentum they've amassed, I quite fancy them to do well in the next phase too, you know.
Well, hello, a very warm welcome to you wherever you are for what looks as though it is going to be a crucial game in the group stages. It was always going to come down to this eventually. The margin for error has been removed and we deal with absolutes. What can happen here over a very short span will be definitive The group stages have to lose some teams, and that is where these teams are focused. No doubt this will be a brilliant, unmissable game for the neutrals, but it is laced potentially with cruelty, as so often at this stage of the competition, because something has to give. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Got things underway. And the weighted pass. Keeper's got good distance on that. They're wrong. And here's the chance to counter. It's got through to him. And the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Out to the left it goes. Crespo. It's a loose ball.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
He's through. Hits one! There it is!
Well, when the game's played like that, it's made to look very simple. You know, I love watching football like this. Easy, effective, 1-2 and bang. Thanks very much.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Yeah, although that first goal is a welcome boost, they can't afford to ease off now. To do that would simply be inviting danger.
Ball, who's going to get there? Oh, good, goes for goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
All he'd be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up. Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
Hoists it forward. Looks to dink one in. Shot a goal! Same again, same outcome.
Parma really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
The movement looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Crespo plays it out to the wing. Now the counter. Shoots! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
Here we go again.
Well, it seems like the perfect situation for fortune favouring the brave. 45 minutes to pack in enough risk-taking to get this match turned around. It's very doable.
He hits it! Disappointing finish in the end.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Thuram. Crespo gets his foot in there. Gets wrestled off the ball. He's had that as a pop! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
There's no sign here of forwards working back. They are staying upfield.
They are, Peter, and it gives them a chance to break, but it's also causing an extra defensive presence to prevent that.
Over to the left. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Oh, real chance to break. Turns and goes back. Crespo! It's in! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Look, if you defend so carelessly, it's going to prove costly. And to afford that sort of room to somebody, you know, what are they expecting? To get away with it? It's not going to happen.
And the referee's seen the board, and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they're back on level terms, so the guessing game goes on. As to what will happen from here, I've no idea.
He's there to receive it. Oh, the ball's come loose. That's it! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
He's gone for it! Oh, should have put that away. Towards the front then. Now a chance to break. Almost nothing left on the clock here. Parma have the look of condemned men. Elimination almost a certainty now. Baron. So time is nearly up. One final twist perhaps. He's left his man. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Chiesa. Done very well to intervene. That's it! They are out! And that means there is no place for them in the knockout stage. Would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
A lot of commitment for no reward, and they must be kicking themselves for coming up short in the group. In truth, they were competitive, but missing that little bit of X factor.
And so the prevalent question on everybody's mind ahead of the game here, will they make it out of the group stage? Well, the odds are very, very good on paper. A single point is all that they need, and they need no favours from anybody else. It is in their hands. The faithful has every right to expect, to believe, a feeling very much reflected in the pre-match atmosphere. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. Bologna looking to finish the job here, and to do so with appropriate style, Jim.
Well, Peter, this is nothing to do with good fortune now. This team is here on merit, and if they can sustain their level of performance, it's hard to see anything other than the right conclusion to this group stage. However, and I have to address the other potential outcome and remind everyone that concentration has to be their best player for the duration, or else.
So off we go then. Throw it. Turns and goes back. He'll have a go. Hoists it forward. Locatelli. Out to the right. Pumps it into the area.
They didn't manage to get nearly enough into the box, and that speaks of little ambition.
There's a long ball right through the middle, and he's straight offside. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
Out towards the flank. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? That's a throw. Plays it out to the wing. And he's away. Plays it out to the flank. Now the cross. And he's there to cut it out. Chance to break. Tries to stroke it through. Float it through. Good clearance and very necessary. Drilled it.
Well, crucially, he ensured that the shot was kept low, and it nearly came off.
Nicely measured pass. He's gone for it. First 45 minutes are up. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. And we are up to the break.
Bologna have ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
Bologna head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Locatelli! Just off target.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Gets on the... goes for goal! Locatelli. And it's played forward. Nil-nil the score, and we're just about done. A deeply frustrating game. Locatelli doesn't get the pass he's looking for. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Puts it into the middle.
Well, to be honest, I think they're all show and no substance. Where's the final product?
Forward it goes. Good challenge. And the finish! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Udine can make their change now with a break in play. It's going to be a double change then. Massively! Dispatched clinically!
Well, what a signal that is for the opposition. There really isn't much time to get a goal back now. Talking about drama.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a needle the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
Bologna have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? Chance! Hits one!
Udine have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Rain starting to fall here. It has been looking that way for a little while. And the referee brings it to a close. And just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, this is what the team set out to do, no doubt. And it's the first significant mission out of the way. I think having seen the performances so far, and with the momentum they've amassed, I quite fancy them to do well in the next phase too, you know.